What's up with it, Raider Nation? It's your boy, Raider Honcho, and I'm finally back with a brand new video for you. And yes, I'm rocking a Derek Carr jersey on opening day of the Raider season. I don't give a damn. You already know what type of time I'm on. You already know the vibes. It's silver and black. It's one of my favorite players. Straight like that, you're just going to have to deal with it, okay? Listen. I know I ain't been around. I've been super busy. As you can see, I'm in the lab right now. We got a big game coming up this week. It's Sunday morning. I'm putting in a little overtime, extra hours, trying to draw some stuff up, cook some stuff up for our opponents. You already know that. We're giving up 3 points a game so far this season. That's neither here nor there. But a lot of people have been asking me, what's my take on the season this year for the Raiders and some of the stuff that's been going on in the offseason. And I'm just here to, kind of give you my opinions on it and my expectations and let you know what I think about what's going to go on in week one for the Raiders. Now, with that being said, I'm back. I'm going to be back in the lab. I'm going to be, putting them videos out, putting that content out. Like, understand that, okay? I know that y'all been hitting me up. Y'all been telling me it's a bunch of garbage out there. Not everybody's garbage. Not everybody is. Not everybody's trash. Like, there's some people out there I support. I'm supporting the Wasted, okay? I'm supporting the graphics, okay? I'm supporting people out there. But I know that y'all feel like y'all been missing something, and I'm here to deliver that for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, as far as the Raiders go, I think this season's going to be way tougher than y'all think. I know that y'all want to be positive, and it's so easy to be positive in the offseason when you're not watching the product, you're not seeing the game. You just have we're fans, right? So we just have the blind optimism that we're just going to be good all of a sudden because it's a new year. And I tell you time and time again, it doesn't work like that. Like, it's not just because it's a new year you're going to get better. No, that's not how it goes. You're going to have to actually do the things it takes to be a good team, to be a successful organization. And I feel like the Raiders continue to struggle in that department. Not as necessarily like always the players. I just think the management, the organization, the higher-ups, the people that wear the suits, the people that get paid all the money, the people that make the decision on how to spend the money, I just don't believe in those people. Like, I just don't. And until they prove me wrong, that's just how I feel. And I would love to be proven wrong. Like, I have no problem coming on here and saying, like, all right, yo, I was wrong. I'd rather be wrong than be right when I'm talking about the Raiders not being where we want them to be. You know what I'm saying? So, with all that being said, I think that, the quarterback battle. First of all, I'm wearing the jersey, but I'm not here to make this about Derek Carr. But let's get one thing out of the way. For all you out there that said it was so easy to replace Derek Carr, I'm not saying he was great. I'm not saying he's Hall of Fame. I'm not saying none of that. But for all y'all that said it was so easy to replace Derek Carr, we are now on our third quarterback. Since Derek Carr left, it's only been like a year. Since Derek Carr's left, fourth quarterback. Because we had that other dude, that other bum that came in here that y'all thought was going to be the freaking savior. Okay, so we've had like 4 quarterbacks since Derek Carr has been gone. And if he was that easy to replace, I told y'all he wasn't. But if he was that easy to replace, we would have been replaced him by now. And we haven't. We haven't found anybody, okay? And, you tried to make me believe that Aiden O'Connell was going to be the guy. No, he wasn't the guy. I knew he wasn't the guy. When we drafted him, I gave him a freaking D on the draft graders. Why did we even pick him? And y'all thought I was crazy about that. I also gave Tyree Wilson not the greatest grade, and look at how that turned out. Y'all got to stop playing with me, man. Some of us really do this, okay? Some of us really watch and understand what's going on out there. I digress. If you told me 3 years ago we was going to replace Derek Carr with Gardner Minshew, I would have laughed in your face. And I'm still laughing in your face because we got Gardner Minshew, okay? Now, listen, I'm hoping for the best, but I just think the Raiders are going to struggle this year. And my opinion on the day we made Gardner Minshew the starting quarterback is, in my opinion, the day that the franchise understood and accepted that Davante Adams is not going to play here much longer. And I know he can say what he wants to say, and I know, hey, look, I understand. It sounds like we're being negative and we want to throw the season away. I'm not doing that. I'm just giving you my opinion on what I see and what I'm hearing, what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, what I'm seeing. Okay, I think that there's no possible way that Davante Adams signed up to play for the Raiders in knowing that his quarterback would not only not be Derek Carr, but it would be worse than Derek Carr. And then it would be worse than, you gave him Garoppolo, you gave him Aiden O'Connell, now you're giving him Gardner Minshew. And I'm not saying that Gardner Minshew is the worst possibility in the world, but if he is your starting quarterback, I am sorry. I just don't think the Raiders have what it takes to go to that next step. I just don't think so. I think in the way the NFL is being run these days and the way the NFL is being played these days, you have got to have a top-tier quarterback in order to compete for a championship. You don't have to have the number one guy, but you can't have the bottom five guy. In my opinion, I could be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong. So I think the Raiders are going to have a tough season. I think Raider fans are going to have to deal with the departure of Devontae Adams at some point in the season if it doesn't go right. I think that until we find the quarterback, we're going to have these mid-level seasons. I love AP. I love Crosby. I love some of the players on this roster. I love the Bowers pick. I like what we have going on. I can just acknowledge that although I like what we have going on, I know it's not good enough to get us to that next level. I'm still going to enjoy the games. I'm going to enjoy rooting for the Raiders. I'm going to enjoy being a Raiders fan because that's just what it is. But I have to have logical, common sense in my opinion. I just can't give my opinion based on I love the Raiders. I can't. The facts of the matter is I don't think the Raiders have enough to compete week to week with the teams that are in the NFL that are built around their quarterback. I think our defense did a great job last year. I would not be surprised to see our defense take a step back. We still struggle against the run. We're still going to struggle to put pressure on quarterbacks, especially now that Kuntz is hurt. Like, we're going to have trouble because everybody knows what Max Crosby is now. There's a bunch of tape on him. He's getting ranked up there. All his peers know him. I'm not saying you're going to be able to stop him, but you're going to game plan for him, which means somebody else is going to have to step up. I don't know if we have that someone else. All right, our secondary is still a little shaky to me. I think we're a little green at the cornerback position. I love Jones out there. I love what he does. He's an absolute dog. But at the end of the day, we have to just be honest and say we are still a couple pieces short. I love what Trayvon Merrick is going to bring to the table this season. I love what Nate Hobbs brings to the table. I just don't think he's a number one corner in the NFL. I think he's a great nickel. Or somebody who can play in the slot. I just think that sometimes as fans, we fall in love with the players and we forget about the process and we forget about common sense and just look at where we are matched up against other teams. And I know some of y'all watching this video and you're like, God damn, that's why I'm glad he wasn't making videos because he's so negative. No, it's not being negative. It's being realistic. Okay, I think for me, the expectations for the season to me is I think the Raiders are a 7-8 win team. I could be absolutely wrong because I haven't seen him play a game yet. But what I saw in the preseason, us struggling to stop the run still, us not having a quarterback that I think can throw us back into a game, AP still having to prove himself as a head coach and time management and just being able to be more than just a persona. That's something he's going to have to do. He's got to be more than a persona. We love the persona. We love the attitude, but you got to be more than that to be a successful head coach in the NFL because there's a lot of great head coaches that have no aura, that might have negative aura, that have no persona, but they know what they're doing. So I think AP is in a big year of him proving that. Not just to us, but to himself, to the organization, to Raider Nation. And I think the Raiders are going to struggle this year. I think we're going to take our